how did the decision get made that you were going to play Jack Skellington?
Yeah, that was a slow one because I was writing, Nightmare was a weird project. Again, there's no template.
None.
Neither Tim or I knew how do you begin an animated musical. And all I knew musically, which Tim was in agreement with me, fortunately, was what we didn't want it to sound like. So we don't want it to sound like a Broadway musical or a Disney musical. Other than that, what is it? No idea. So, but now I'm used to this because Edward and Batman, again, there was nothing. When I did Batman, the only score that was like the action score that would have been relevant would have been Superman, John Williams' Superman. We knew we don't want it to sound like Superman. What do we want it to sound like? No idea. Beetlejuice, no idea. Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, really no idea. Tim wouldn't even tempt the movie for preview because he just couldn't find music to temp it with. For Nightmare, it's like, all right, we don't really have a script. You have an outline, you have these great drawings, you have an animator with a studio set up ready to go. Let's just start writing songs. Let's just start doing songs. And he would come over every 3 days and show me drawings and tell me the story. And I'd go, I get it. Jack is feeling forlorn. He's the king of Pumpkin Town. He doesn't want the throne. He wants something else. And I get the song in my head. So I'd shoo him out the door and I'd go write Jack's Lament. 3 days later, play him a demo. Next song, Jack's lost in the forest. He comes across these 3 doors. He gets sucked down. He sees Christmas Town. He sees this and this. And I'm going, I get it. I write, what's this? I spent about 3 days per song, demoed them up. And after a month, we got 10 songs. It's like, all right, we don't know how to do a musical, but we got 10 songs. And we're telling as much of the story in the music as we can because there wasn't really anything else to go with at that point. But the thing is it was this great luxury of nobody at Disney was trying to move us one direction or another because they were like, we don't know what the hell this thing is. This is not Aladdin. This is not Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. This is not The Little Mermaid. Let's let them do their thing because this is clearly another world. And they let us do our thing. There was no involvement in terms of approvals or needing to hear where it was going or what was happening. And
what a dream.
What a dream. But just to answer your question, when did I know I was going to sing it? At the end of that period, Tim and I go in the studio and I have all the instrumental tracks and I laid vocals down for the entire musical with the exception of Sally's song, which meant I did Jack's part, the big voices, the little voices, all the group stuff. And we just spent one long evening recording demos for everything because these demos were going to go to Henry and Henry was going to begin animating. And at the end of that session, it was slowly becoming more apparent as I was singing all these songs for Jack that I hadn't started out thinking it was for me. But by the end, I was getting this mindset that, if another singer gets this part, he really better watch out for like mysterious accidents, like a piano falling out of a window, a poison, cyanide somehow getting in a cup of tea. It's like these things will become extremely possible for this person.
Do you think Tim secretly anticipated that happening, or did it all just fall into place?
I couldn't answer that.
He was an Oingo Boingo fan. He'd heard you. I wonder.
At the end of that session, I go up to him. I go, Tim, I don't know how to say this, but Jack's these songs, and he goes, Danny, don't worry, you're doing it.
I just wonder,
that's great.
A life has been saved. Somebody, some talented singer's life is just saved.